Americans when they hear China invented guns. Successfully measures the circumference of the earth within 1% of error. 2200 years ago, using a stick. The Sea People, after wiping out almost every Mediterranean civilization from the map. The pyramids are too advanced for the ancient Egyptians to have built. They must have been built by aliens. Nicholas II. The Romanovs deserve their fate. All of them. Empress Alexandra. The children. I hate titans. Turns into titan. I hate gals. Turns into gal. I hate vampires. Turns into vampire. I hate capitalism. Introduces the new economic policy. Actually things were very nice in Warsaw Pact nations and they only hate USSR because of American propaganda. Shut the F up. Please shut the F up. Top Gun Maverick. We are going into combat on a level no living pilot's ever seen. Surviving World War II pilots. Listen here, you little crap. Never ask a woman her age. A man. His salary. Gandhi how his wife died from pneumonia and he didn't. The 1927 Liberian presidential candidates summoning a combined 290,000 votes, despite there being only 15,000 registered voters. He will never die hilarious death. Aeschylus. According to Valerius Maximus, Aeschylus, the eldest of the three Athenian tragedians, was killed by a tortoise dropped by an eagle that had mistaken his bald head for a rock suitable for shattering the shell of the reptile. Wasn't this leaf green before? George Washington started the French and Indian War. What? He ambushed and killed a French officer in 1754. What? Ancient Egyptian pharaohs according to their statues. Ancient Egyptian pharaohs according to their diets and archaeologists. If I had a nickel for every time a modern nation was created when forcefully expelled natives returned to their homeland, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Never ask a woman her age. A man. His salary. The Sordis. What happened to the historic shrines marking the graves of the Prophet's family and companions? Literally a million people. Stalin during the Great Purge. Semyon Budyonny. Semyon Budyonny pulling a gun on the men sent to arrest him and successfully demanding Stalin send them away. Saladin. Do you yield? King Baldwin IV. Dying of leprosy, but still on the front lines. I do not. A woman and her 5 children going about their day in 1945. A Japanese balloon bomb. Aztec priests when there is no rain after the 4th child sacrifice. Protestant churches. Catholic and Orthodox churches. Capitalism. Communism. Being a nation during the 60s. Greenpeace. Roots against nuclear testing in the Pacific Ocean. France. Refuses to elaborate further and blows up the boat. The Red Army brutally murders a Tsar and his family. They also killed the dogs. Joe Simpson taking 4 days to crawl back to camp with a broken leg after falling into a crevasse whilst climbing a mountain. His climbing mate who cut the rope connecting him was Simpson. Me after finding out the US cold had universal healthcare, ended World War I earlier and possibly prevented World War II, and continued progressive era reforms. If Teddy Roosevelt had one in 1912, do you think one could build a time machine? FBI. Hysterical Americans. I hope you're hungry. Evidence of satanic ritual abuse. For nothing. Americans when they realize guns were invented by the Chinese. Alexander the Great dies. His empire 2 seconds later. Pre-Columbian sites in the Americans. Sieges before cannons. We are going to stay behind these walls for years. No, we haven't got time to sit and wait. Sieges after cannons. Surrender? Yes. Americans, we are the only country to send a car into space. Me, a Spaniard, knowing that we already did it in 1973. Don't add sugar in your produced wine. Okay. Can I add antifrizz? Who was the successor of Rome? Habsburgs, Romanovs, Ottomans. Glad my room is to the left. For some reason the right side of this hotel floor doesn't sound peaceful. Literally every room before 1815. Which side are you on? The modern era began when the Byzantine Empire collapsed. The modern era began when Columbus arrived in America. Babe, you're losing popularity. It's time for your blinding. Yes, mother. I hate titans. Turns into titan. I hate gals. Turns into gal. I hate vampires. Turns into vampire. I hate Christians. Becomes Christian. Let's go. In and out. 20-minute adventure. Ramanujan inventing approximated formulas. Source: the universe revealed it to me. Proud to be the world's #1 supplies of Independence Days. This source has no historical bias. Also the source. 5 stars. I'm the author and I think I did a pretty good job. Tribal Chads who built Moe stones which weighed 14 tons on average in 1000 AC. J. Robert Oppenheimer when the bomb he designed specifically to murder millions of people murders millions of people. If historical figures had Pokemon types: electric, flying, ghost. NASA scientists when they finally launch Hubble and realize the pictures are all blurry. While the Nigerian civil war was ongoing, both sides declared a 48-hour ceasefire so they can watch Pele play in their home country. Man, woman, gay, straight, black, white, young, old, rich, poor. People who didn't live in France during the reign of the guillotine. Persian princess. Expectation versus reality. Bob Ross in the 60s and 70s. Peace was never an option. Bob Ross in the 80s and 90s. Peace is always an option. Oh, you like history? Name every city named after Alexander the Great. How many people rule the USSR? 1.5. What? Eternally alive Lenin and the half-living Brezhnev. What? When your custom character is in a cutscene. Before toilet paper was invented, Americans used to use corn cobs. Until next time. So the horse was full of Greek soldiers. The city of Troy. Canada in World War I. Canada in World War II. David shown by Bible, a small boy who defeated large Goliath with intelligence. David shown by Renaissance sculptors. I find out someone discovered gold in the river. Buy up all the mining equipment in town. Announce the gold find. Sell the equipment at a huge profit. Become the first California gold rush millionaire. Russians celebrating the end of World War II with vodka. The entirety of the vodka supply running out. Mark Antony and Cleopatra. Flavia, Mark Antony's wife. Only talk about Western history. Only talk about the history of our country. History teachers. Winston Churchill after learning that the Japanese just attacked and sunk 7 battleships without warning. Winston Churchill after learning that 5 of the battleships were owned by the Americans. Why are you dressed like that? Like what? History. The Chinese contributions to science. The Roman contributions to science. The Islamic contributions to science. The Mesoamerican contributions to science. Julius Caesar when the clinician pirates asked for 20 talents of silver as his ransom. Are you kidding me? That's insultingly low. Islamic Golden Age. Persian polymaths. Cleopatra was born in 69 BC. Nice. In Egypt. That means she was born closer to the release date of the TV show Friends than when the first pyramids were built. People in history class in US schools complaining. Other people in countries with 1000 plus years of history. Hundreds of his own people. Vladimir Putin. Why would the Chechens do this? I'm a huge fan of Scandinavian history. Yeah, okay, name 10 Danish kings. Christian. That's on me. I set the bar too low. Normal people. No, I don't wanna die. Diogenes. Holds breath. Dies. Ancient civilization. Exists. Sea people. Africa's just getting a bit too peaceful. The UN. What Cha got there? Israel. Farm equipment. Greek soldiers trying to hold their laugh inside the Trojan horse. Who would win? The finest warship in His Majesty's Royal Australian Navy. An unarmored cargo ship with a couple of guns strapped on. The Yoruba discovering iron before bronze. The Bronze Age. Things that disappear at regular intervals. Classic Ukrainian breakfast. South Americans when discussing about the 2 world wars in history. The British leave you alone. You are Hong Kong. Thank you for watching this video. Tune in at 5 PM British time for a video of changing topic. And at 7 PM for daily juicy memes. Check out my Discord server using the link in the description. Also be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you didn't already.